In Delhi, Raj became Kartavya. Now Raj Bhavans is named Lok Bhavans. PM office to become Seva Tirth. This is not just random renaming. This is ending India's colonial footprint.
On your television screen, you can see the first Raj Bhavan ever built in the Indian subcontinent under the British Raj. This is the Government House in then Calcutta. Commissioned by Governor General Marcus Wellesley, its construction began in 1799, which concluded in 1803. After independence, the house became Raj Bhavan in Kolkata for the official residence of the Governor of West Bengal. Now it has been renamed as the Lok Bhavan. Along with West Bengal, there are 8 other states and union territories that have decided to do so, to rename their governor's residence as Lok Bhavan. Hello and welcome. You're watching Newsx Explained with me, Megha Sharma. 9 states and a union territory have been renamed Raj Bhavans or Governor's Residence to Lok Bhavan or Lok Niwas following a directive by the Ministry of Home Affairs dated 25th November 2025. The states of West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Assam, Uttarakhand, Odisha, Gujarat and Tripura have implemented this change. Ladakh's Raj Niwas has also been named Lok Niwas. But to quote William Shakespeare, what's in a name? That's answer is a lot. The name Raj Bhavan itself carries the weight of India's colonial past. The word sea, authority imposed from above, and grand residences built to house governors who represented a foreign crown, a crown that looted and plundered the nation. These buildings were not just administrative spaces, they were architectural symbols of hierarchy, injustice, and power. Renaming them Lok Bhavan marks a deliberate shift in meaning from the language of rule to the language of representation, from a structure built for the rulers to the space that symbolically belongs to the people. Where Raj signified authority flowing downward, Lok signals democracy flowing upward. The change is more than linguistic. It reflects an attempt to recast institutions once tied to colonial governance into monuments aligned with the ethos of a republic, where power is rooted not in rulers but its citizens. Let's listen to what Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar, the governor of Kerala, said on this matter.
This is an appropriate step to do away the colonial thoughts, mindset of our people. The Raj Bhavan, the name itself tells that it has something to do with the Raj, that is British.
But that's not all. West Bengal Governor C. Anand Bose added that it is not just the name but also all official documents and materials like letterheads, nameplates on gates and websites will also be changed. Governor Bose visited Victoria Memorial, interacted with the citizens and distributed chocolates to children to mark this occasion. According to him, the renaming is seen as a step towards making the institution more accessible to the people, where the governor of states no longer stays aloof but are accessible and interact with people. He called it the Lok Charcha. Listen in to what he said.
Of the governor's house will now be not Raj Bhavan but Lok Bhavan. This has been the decision of the government of India. This is something which I dedicate to the new generation of this country. Here, the board was unveiled here and it was called Lok Bhavan by this young gentleman, if I may say so, and all the children who are around with me. This shows the change, the transition which India is undergoing. India is the most youthful country in the world. Protocol will be changed, consequential changes will be made so that Raj Bhavan becomes easily accessible to the people. This is also an assertion of people's sovereignty, which is enshrined in the Constitution of India. The new program is Lok Charcha, in which the governor will be available to the people. The Lok Charcha has started today in the street of Calcutta. This will be taken to the villages.
Let's go back to the start. You've already seen the government house built in Kolkata in 1803. The then Governor General Wellesley had declared that India should be ruled, quote, from a palace, not a counting house. And so he birthed the idea of Government House. This house was modelled on Kedleston Hall in England, with massive pillars, curved corridors and a commanding presence over Calcutta. This structure set the template for hundreds of similar residences across the subcontinent. Since India's extreme summers were considered unsuitable for Europeans, they created cooler, quieter summer capitals. Shimla became the summer capital of the British Empire in India. Nandi Hills had a governor's house. Ooty had the Raj Niwas. Nilgiris, Mussoorie, Darjeeling, Mahabaleshwar all had summer residences. These summer residences were built for viceroys, governors and lieutenant governors. These were not just homes, they were symbols of the Raj itself. Designed to look down literally and metaphorically on the cities they oversaw. These places became the seat of power where large political decisions were made. They hosted ballrooms, state dinners, council meetings and official ceremonies. The architecture of Raj Bhavans mirrored the design of English mansions. Tall porticos, long verandas, high ceilings, huge lawns, guard rooms, carriage porches. Everything was designed to create distance between the ruler and the ruled. The message was clear. These buildings belonged to the Raj and the Raj stood above all. Let's explore the common threads between these British-style built houses. They were designed by the British architects trained in classical or Victorian design but built by Indian labour, often under taxation imposed by colonial authorities. The construction was funded by treasuries of the presidencies including Bengal, Madras, Bombay and later by the provinces. They were constructed using local materials but following European aesthetic principles. Shimla's Vice-Regal Lodge, now known as Rashtrapati Niwas, was designed by Henry Irwin in 1888. Chennai's Raj Bhavan began as the house of the governors of Madras, developed through the 17th and the 18th centuries. Every province had its own governor and every governor had a government house. That is why even today almost every Indian state has at least one Raj Bhavan, some have two or even three. West Bengal has the Colonial Palace in Kolkata. Tamil Nadu has the estate in Guindy. Maharashtra houses the cliffside residence at Malabar Hill. Uttarakhand has two residences, one at Dehradun and the other one at Nainital. Himachal Pradesh houses the Shimla Lodge. The British government house on Malabar Hill in Bombay, today's Raj Bhavan, Maharashtra, was originally built in the 1880s as the official seaside residence of the Governor of Bombay Presidency. Its construction marked a deliberate assertion of colonial power. The British chose Malabar Hill for its commanding views of the Arabian Sea, its elevation and its distance from the bustling native town. Designed in the classic colonial style with sprawling verandas, manicured lawns and guarded perimeters, the estate symbolized imperial authority and exclusivity. Every architectural choice echoed a time when governance meant distance from the governed across India. The push to shed colonial-era names was gathered momentum over the past decade, reflecting a broader national effort to reclaim cultural identity, restore indigenous history and move beyond the linguistic legacy of the British rule. Cities, roads, railway stations, government buildings and public landmarks have undergone a wave of renaming, each carrying its own political, cultural and historical significance. While the process began soon after independence, it has accelerated sharply in the recent years. New Delhi, the heart of the colonial administrative apparatus, has witnessed some of the most symbolic changes. The iconic Rajpath, once a ceremonial avenue created by the British, has been renamed Kartavya Path, marking a shift from the idea of rulers to the duty of citizens. Landmarks such as the Teen Murti Chowk and several metro stations have also seen renamings to reflect Indian heroes and historical figures rather than the colonial officials. Similarly, ports, universities and roads named after the British officers, Dalhousie, Curzon, Harding, Wellington, are being reconsidered or replaced. The Prime Minister's official residence street was renamed Lok Kalyan Marg in 2016, a name rooted in welfare, not privilege. The new complex housing the Prime Minister's office has been christened Seva Tirth, a workplace built around the spirit of service where national priorities are shaped, and the central secretariat is now called Kartavya Bhavan, signalling that public administration is a sacred commitment, not a seat of power. Together, these changes mark a deeper ideological shift. But beyond these headlines, India's public institutions are undergoing a quiet yet profound transformation. The idea of governance is shifting from satta to seva, from authority to responsibility. And this change is not just administrative, it is cultural, symbolic and deeply moral. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the very spaces of government have been redesigned to reflect the ethos of kartavya and transparency. Every name, every building, every symbol now points to one simple idea: government exists to serve the people.
In Delhi, Raj became Kartavya. Now Raj Bhavans is named Lok Bhavans. PM office to become Seva Tirth. This is not just random renaming. This is ending India's colonial footprint.